never, never, never die.
Fuck you.
All right, this is the Angry Dad, and today I got a special guest and all that good stuff. But before I get into that, I want to thank Blackstone Labs for sponsoring this podcast, and you get 20% off your entire order at blackstonelabs.com. That is 20% off your entire order. Use promo code B to the fourth power at checkout. Look, they carry everything you need from pre-workouts, branched chain amino acids, protein, whatever you need. Whatever your goals are in the gym, they can help you, assist you in that. All right, use promo code B to the fourth power at checkout, blackstonelabs.com. Also, too, C&H Concrete, serving the San Francisco Bay Area. That is C&H Concrete, whether it's residential, whether it's commercial, it doesn't matter. Sidewalks, patios, driveways. Look, if you want to pave, cement your whole backyard, they can take care of you. That is C&H Concrete, all right, serving the San Francisco Bay Area. All the information in the notes, in the bottom. And today I'm honored to have Coach Ken. All right, this person has achievements in bodybuilding, has achievements in business. He's making shit happen, making goals. He's doing what I always talk about. He's making shit happen, and he's at that point in his life where he's doing his thing the way he wants. So, Coach Ken, let the people know a little bit about you.
Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for having me on the show. I really appreciate it. A lot of people have been asking me to come on shows and stuff like that for a while. I've been kind of hidden a little bit, but so, at this point in my life, I'm 51. I'm not doing bodybuilding anymore, but I am still coaching. I have a few people I coach, but I want to build up that client base again after, being with Enhanced Athlete for some time. And, I don't want to be a part of the system anymore. Our government, I don't want to get political, but the way the system works is, we always taught we're go to school, get a job, keep your job, get that good benefits for package, retire. Well, I never really got that. I did at one point, but I started going to the road of entrepreneurship, and that, to me, I always made more money being an entrepreneur than anything else I've ever done. So at this point, I was with Enhanced for a little while. Solar City did sales, did great with them. I own my own gym for a couple years. It still stands in Sacramento. It's Anytime Fitness, right between a CalFit and a 24-hour fitness. People said, you're crazy because of competition. I said, no. Competition breeds competition. It breeds
Exactly.
money. So it's a different animal than what they had. It's small, and it was just for the family type person to go in there and get a good workout. It worked well for a couple of years. We sold it off. And then for right now, like I told you before, my main focus is I have a job. It's like part-time online at home. And I like working from home. I get to control my schedule. I mean, I got to be on the phone at certain times and parameters, but I'm not tied to a job. I'm not fighting traffic.
Yeah.
I'm not listening to a boss every day. I don't have to follow, all these rules. Not that I'm against rules, but over time, you kind of get to a point in life where you're just like, I just want to do my own thing. Like you. You're doing stand-up. I didn't know that. That's cool, man.
Yeah. No,
it takes guts for anyone to get up on stage, on a platform, or on a podcast and say, here's me, this is what I'm going to do, like it or not. Some people like you, some people don't. Most people won't like you.
Yeah.
But the handful of people out of those millions and billions of people that do, it's enough to make you, a name for yourself. So my main function now is, my job I have is paving the way for my financial, stability. And I just got certified in day trading, so now I'm a certified day trader. And I plowed through it in 2 weeks. It took me 10, 12-hour days, 7 days a week to do that. But, once I start making some money at that'll be my full-time job, which I can do anywhere I want to. I can go to Hawaii. I can go to my friends. I can go to my girlfriend's, log in, honey, give me 2 hours, see if I can make $50, $100, $2,000 done for the day.
That's so cool.
I go on vacation, wake up in the morning when the market's open. Actually, I do the Forex market. So the Forex is open 24 hours from Sunday at 4 p.m. until 5 p.m. on Friday night. So I got 24/7 for that 5.5 days to get in the market and get out of the market.
That's so cool.
Trades right now going on. I'm up 122 pips right now. That's either probably about $122.
Damn.
So it's nice. That's my next phase of my life is to. I won't ever retire. I'll still coach.
Yeah.
I thought about going back to judging again. We'll see. I'm
That'd be
from
cool.
California, Sacramento, back to Pittsburgh, my hometown.
Yeah.
Steeler country.
Yeah.
It's cold here, but you know what's funny is when you're away from, like you're in California,
Yeah.
it's probably warm.
Oh, yeah, it's always warm.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, when you go back to a climate that's cold and rainy and wet, you can look at it two different ways. You can complain about it, say it's horrible, or to me personally, I took it as a positive. I'm like, it's 17 degrees. I'm like, this feels good. It makes me feel alive. I feel alive.
Yeah, it might feel alive, but man, that is cold.
I'm like, oh, like I walk out of the gym and it's raining. I'm like, oh, I feel rain because Sacramento it just doesn't rain much.
No, it doesn't.
Wintertime it does.
Yeah, a little bit, but it's just so crazy.
Yeah, I get up, get snow in my car, I make a little snowball and throw it to like a stop sign or something like that. Being gone 25 years, it's a big change.
Yeah, no, I believe it.
It's a good change too.
And I believe, especially when you make that geographical change, you're just like, man, it's familiar, but at the same time, we got to get used to it. Oh yeah.
If someone was born in California or a hot weather state like that, to come back, they'd be in trouble.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
Going out there, it's like heaven.
I want to get back a little bit into your online coaching. With your online coaching and programs and stuff like that, how do people reach you on that? And on top of it too, do you do different sets of programs? Do you do sets of for powerlifting, or is it just strictly bodybuilding?
I can do powerlifting. It's really not my niche. I've never been a powerlifter, but I did grow up with powerlifters, learning from powerlifters, learning how to be strong. It wasn't the path I took. People have to realize that powerlifting is a neurological muscular function activity, where bodybuilding is more of a breaking down muscle tissue over intensity and time to grow the tissue. Where, an example, I could maybe bench 300 pounds for 3.
Yeah.
Not a lot of weight. I watched a guy when I was in my 20s, 165-pound guy, squats 635.
Yeah. That's a lot of weight.
He's a little wrestler. He was probably 30-some years old.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an exorbitant amount of weight.
Yeah, no, it's crazy amount, especially for that weight.
But it's not big.
Yeah.
So how can he lift more than me being 200-some pounds, he's 160 pounds?
Yeah.
It's because of the way he trains, right? So as far as coaching, what I mostly do is I really like the bodybuilding, whether it be male or female. Obviously as a guy, I like the male bodybuilding stuff. I'm obsessed with it, but pro levels, I'm into the pro levels. Arnold's coming up soon, so I'm watching that stuff. But as far as coaching, excuse me, I gotta
that's all good.
I mostly coach bodybuilders, men's physique. I've coached bikini before. There's not a lot of requests for that. They tend to go to the girl side.
Yeah.
Women's physique I can do too. And usually what I'll do is for programming is I'll bring someone in. I'll ask them a lot of questions. What are you doing? What's your diet like? How much calories are you eating? Grams. I want to know everything they do, what you're taking, what you're not taking.
Yeah.
Kept enhanced, not enhanced. To me, it's irrelevant. That's your choice.
Yeah.
But I got to know what you're doing. When is your show? And figure out, okay, so if your show's coming up in 10 weeks, and you show me a picture of you, you got to lose like 50 pounds.
Oh.
I'm going to tell you right off the bat, we got to work on getting the fat down.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to make 10.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's an exorbitant amount of weight to drop, especially with a show coming up.
Yeah. And sometimes for females, they can hold a little bit extra water weight.
Yeah.
And sometimes it goes fast, sometimes it doesn't. But I think for me as a coach, I look at how do you look as a physique? How do you look right now? How are the foods affecting your body?
Yeah.
And I'll tell everybody, I need 16 weeks for a contest prep.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
Yeah, let me tell you right now, that's a decent amount of time, because what it is, just like you said, knowing how foods affect people, and most people that are listening to this aren't going to understand that the ability to absorb food, or the ability to eat food and understand that if I eat this certain food, my body reacts this way. And if I eat this kind of food, my body reacts this way. Most people don't pay attention to that. But when you're bodybuilding and you're training, because like I said, before I sustained basically a permanent injury. Someone had ran me over the forklift, and I was on my way to do my first show. I was 300 pounds, 5%, looking jacked as fuck. And I got nailed. But being as big as I was, and I'm very back dominant. So my back was so huge that when I got hit, it's what actually protected me and saved me. But the thing is, I understand that. A lot of times, people would understand cheat meals. And when we would talk about cheat meals, people would be like, "Oh, I work so hard, I deserve this cheat meal." I wouldn't have a cheat meal until I was so depleted that my body just wouldn't pump, or I wouldn't have a reaction. And I had this one place. It was a Little Caesars pizza place, and it had to be that Little Caesars, that pizza place. And when I would be so depleted and so hard, and it might be 2 weeks before I would even think about having a cheat meal, and I'd feel so lethargic and sick, and I wouldn't know what was going on. And I'd eat that one pizza, and then the next day I'd be 3 times the size, veins pushed out to the skin. You know what I'm saying? And that's that. You know, I'm just using that as an example. Is when you eat food and you understand food of, you know, these kind of calories, these kind of carbohydrates is what makes me better or what would make me worse. And, you know, it's just funny when you talk about it, like, you know, you need a certain amount of time to understand that, especially having a conversation with somebody about eating food. Like, what do you eat and what makes you feel best and what makes you feel like shit? You know what I'm saying? Because if I don't know these things, I don't know how to train you.
Yeah, I got to figure out what they're eating, how their body looks, and then, okay, let's change a few things. Or, you know, that 16 weeks, the reason I say that is because I need 4 weeks to kind of go through the adjustment period.
Yeah.
Once I figure out what your body can and can't do in 4 weeks, I mean, I'll learn more along the way.
Yeah.
But I have to have a basic, like, a baseline.
Yeah.
For a base. If I feed you this amount of food, and you come to me and say, hey, Ken, I'm struggling with my diet, I'm having a hard time getting my body fat down, we got to figure out why.
Yeah.
Is it hormonal? Do you get blood work done? Excuse me. Is your diet related? Are you too many cheat meals?
Yeah.
Are you snacking throughout the day? Are you doing cardio? Is intensity too high, too low? Because some people do too much cardio.
Yeah.
It's not always a necessity. Here's an example, right? I had a guy 2 years ago. He was really good physique. He's just leaner and thinner.
Yeah.
Right? Tall guy. But good structure.
Yeah.
Super tiny waist, like 20, and the shoulders just went flared out like this. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, you'll do really good in men's physique. For bodybuilding, his legs, his height.
Yeah.
If he didn't put on 20 pounds, I said, you're just going to get crushed.
Yeah.
That's sorry, but that's...
Yeah, no, that's the name of the game.
I'm not going to... Yes, yeah. So, halfway through the prep, he said, you got leaner and leaner and leaner, look really good. I'm like, all right, let's just hold it there. I'm going to keep feeding you more food, fill you out,
Yeah.
fill you out. It's about 6 weeks out. He's like, everybody says this all the time. I want to be shrink wrap, dry, hard,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. I want to look like Dorian Yates.
Yeah. But you're going to look flat.
Well, I'll tell him, you're not Dorian Yates. And I had this conversation with a lot of people, and I ask you this too. Since Dorian Yates, who else stepped on that stage who looked as dry and grainy as Dorian Yates?
You know, it's hard.
No one can answer that.
No. There's no way to answer the question. But that's the thing, though, too, is like Dorian Yates was a beginning stage of something, and no one's ever been able to rehash that. No one's able to be.
Why?
Oh, it's because what the thing is no one can get. Everyone's genetics is different. You know what I'm saying? He just got blessed with. Yeah.
He's got dry. He has a dry look to it.
Yeah.
And this kid's like, well, I want to do like 2 hours of stairs in the next 6 weeks because I said, why? He goes, well, the Boston Mass does it. I said, okay. I said, but you're not 5'4",
Yeah.
250.
Exactly. You're not in the 212. You know what I'm saying? You're doing men's physique.
You haven't been training for 20-some years. I'm like, dude, you have to realize that you're an unconditioned athlete.
Yeah.
This is his first show.
Oh.
Right? Second show. First show he did good. He got called out like third place.
Yeah.
That's good. And next show he's like, I want to be ripped and shredded like him. Like, first of all, you're doing physique.
Yeah.
You don't want to be dry, hard, and shredded. You
Yeah.
want to look full, and you want to show muscle detail.
Yeah. You want to be round. Yeah.
Pretty structure is what they want.
Yeah.
Right? And he's like, and he kept bugging me. I said, you know what? Fine. Go do the cardio. And I said, I guarantee you what's going to happen in 2 weeks, like you said.
Yep.
You're going to be flat. You're going to feel like crap. And when you come back, if it doesn't work, you got to do everything I tell you and never question.
Exactly.
Fine. 4 days later, hey, coach, think I'm done. I'm flat.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I could have told you that.
You know, and I think a lot of times the reason you should have a coach is because if you want to take things in your own hands, that's fine.
Yeah.
But you got to pay the price for yourself. And
Yeah,
like
you do.
said, you can eat foods and say, oh, it affects me a certain way. That's because in your mind, you think you're the best shape you've been in. I
Yeah.
might look at you and go, yeah, okay, you're in your best shape.
Yeah.
But I'm getting on stage right now, you might be in trouble.
Exactly.
Right?
See, and that's a lot of things that people don't realize. You know what I'm saying?
Ego takes over, man.
Oh yeah.
Like, people go to shows, especially guys. Oh, I'm going to blow everyone away. I'm the best shape I've ever been in. And they get like fourth. They're like, well, what do you mean? I was in my best condition.
Yeah.
Okay, that's you. The way you view yourself, that's your perception.
Exactly. You need that outside perspective.
You need the outside set part to go. Oh, I'm holding like 5 pounds of water. No, you're fat. I'm holding all this water. Can I take diuretics 2 weeks out? No, you have more fat to burn.
Yeah.
No, it's just water, right? No, you don't.
No.
You don't. I'm telling you, you don't.
Yeah.
You have to have a good eye as a coach to figure out, is it water or is it fat?
Oh yeah, it's so crazy because, like I said, when I first started doing bodybuilding, I didn't know nothing. I thought I was in the gym just training hard, and I got to eat this kind of food and do these kind of things. And then, I actually had a couple of buddies of mine who do bodybuilding. They're like, look, if you really want to do this, we're going to show you how to do it right. And man, I ain't never threw up so much in my life. I ain't never been so sick in my life. These guys would train me till I fucking would be like, basically carry me to my car, put me in my car so I can go home. And then, once I started learning how to eat and training how to eat, and like I did so much research, so many hours of just article reading, books, online, searching all these documents. And it's just so insane when you have to break it down to a science level to how to eat and what to eat and do all these things. Like I said, I never had a coach, but I always felt I looked good. But like I said, I knew I wasn't at that point. You know what I'm saying? I was in the middle of training for my first amateur show before I got hit. But it was just, I was so, because I'm 6'5", and I was sitting at 300 pounds just peeled, but I wasn't peeled like you said, like Dorian Yates or Ronnie Coleman. I wasn't like that at all at that level. You know what I'm saying? I got a 65-inch shoulder width, you know what I'm saying? And I had a 30, I want to say about 29-inch waist, you know what I'm saying? Trying to suck it in more, but it just, man, like I said, it's just so funny, like, just hearing you talk about this stuff, it's just like, so crazy. And like I said, me at like my training, like people don't understand unconditioned trainers. You know what I'm saying? Like when they're, it takes years to build this muscle maturity, and people just feel like they could do it overnight. They don't understand it. Like it takes years to build that density up.
It does. And some people, like I've got a kid, I've been working with him for almost 2 years, and he just can't get his shit together. And I keep telling him, like, dude, I need you to dial in for 4 to 6 weeks. I'm going to put you on stage, and I'm going to prove to you have a championship caliber physique.
Yeah.
And he just can't get his mind right. He looks great for not dieting, just eating normal.
Yeah.
When I met him, he's like, "Well, I can't grow. I can't get any bigger than 172, 168." 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He put on 9 pounds.
Yeah.
When I trained him, I said, "Now do you understand? Like, he needs food." I said, "You have to." He's metabolic rates like who's the guy? Juan Diesel.
Oh yeah, just fire.
Like him.
Doesn't matter. You can just eat and nothing.
Feed him. I told him, I said, go get a part-time job in a pizza place.
Yeah.
And eat pizza every freaking night.
Yeah.
Along with your foods.
Yeah.
He's like, are you serious? I said, yeah, I did it when I was younger. That's how I gained 100 pounds.
Yeah.
I would eat steak and pizza every night and 10,000 calories a day. You have to eat food.
Yeah, you have to.
And he can't get it together. And sometimes it's like, I tell him, you're 25. Your window is, you got a window about that much.
Yeah.
25 to 35.
Yep.
That's kind of your window. You might be able to extend it to 40, but there's not many 35 to 40 guys out there.
Not at all.
That are. I mean, there's more and more now. I take that back.
Yeah.
There's more and more now, respectively, of all the people that want to compete.
Yeah.
Not a lot can continue on past that because your body can burn out.
Yeah.
Your joint, you don't know what's going to happen.
Exactly. Injuries, whatever it might be.
I'm like, dude, just dial it in, please. Give me 4 6 weeks. I mean, 4 weeks I can put him on an amateur stage.
Yeah.
I highly doubt he plays less than 3.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Especially when you got, like I say, when you got them freak genetics like that, especially when you got that metabolism. Like when I was doing it, my metabolism, no metabolism at all. Like I said, I had I was almost like, I'm talking about beyond. I'd have the carb cycle. I'd be like, all right, I'm going to eat this like this, build my carbs up, then build them back down, and then build them back up. Because if I ate too many carbs, I just put on just fat. It's just how it went. So like the majority of my time, I was like just eating meat, and I'd have throw vegetables and fiber into all my diet just to kind of maintain the muscle size and mass that I had. But it was just, like I said, when you got them freak genetics where you can just pile on the food, you know what I'm saying? It's just so crazy, And then, talking about all this with Arnold coming up, because you did mention it. Any predictions?
I'd like to, but I have so many different scenarios of who to pick from because it's like an open bag.
Oh, it is. There's so many people coming into this,
I wish. I hope you hear. You probably won't hear this, but Luke Sandow. I wish he was doing the show.
Well, you know what though? I said the same thing. I don't know why he's not going into this. You know what I'm saying? He placed extremely well in the Olympia. He placed extremely well in the Miami. You know what I'm saying? So like he has the size, he has the talent. It's just I don't know if he's doing off season to prepare himself for the Olympia again this year and do a couple of shows after.
Yeah. He's back in the day, 80s and 90s, everyone was doing show after show.
Yeah.
Kevin Laverona had done like 69 shows.
Yeah.
Bill Heath did like 14.
Yeah.
I think maybe 3 or 4 before he turned pro.
Yeah.
3. So I don't I guess I understand, but I don't think you have to prep quite that long.
No.
Because once you're like for Phil Heath, he's at a point now. I know someone that knows him. And they said, I said, is he going to compete this year? And he goes, well, he's not sure. I said, are you serious? He just doesn't know. He goes, well, it's kind of like on the bubble. He's kind of like, if I do it and lose, if I do it and win, cool. But there's some competition out there. I'm getting older. And he goes, prep for me is easy now.
Oh, yeah.
But do I want to spend that 6-8 weeks and just really focus? And I'm not sure I want to do that.
Yeah, and dial in. Because, some of these people have that year-round body shape. It's just, it's so hard to maintain it.
It's just genetics.
Yeah.
It's all, to me, pro bodybuilding, I've talked to some other people. In the next podcast I do with Nick, we'll talk about it. If you take gear and you have good genetics, you'll do fine.
Oh, yeah.
If you take gear and you don't have genetics that will accept those chemicals the right way.
Yeah.
At the times, it'll throw everything off.
Yeah,
For
no.
me, chems don't work well for me.
Yeah.
I can get bigger, I'll get fuller, but I won't get tighter.
Yeah.
So as far as predictions, I mean, I'll tell you who stands out is Sergio Oliva.
Yeah. Especially because it's his first time doing the show that he's almost paying homage to his father and Arnold.
He's on a mission.
Yeah, he is on a mission.
Personally, I've heard him on some other podcasts. He's on a mission for himself, not for his legacy, his father. He just wants to prove to himself he can get this done. So I think like him, Boniak for sure. He's already been there.
Oh yeah, he has. He's won it.
Dexter's won. He's already been there.
Yeah.
Those are a couple favorites. Ramy, I don't know, dude. I don't know what to say about
Well, Ramy falls short all the fucking time. I can't ever understand. Is just that people can't help him? He's not listening to the coaches because it just seems weird that he always either comes in flat or unprepared or he's peaked too early. Like I don't get it because like I have so much love for Big Ramy because he the size he has is just unfreaking imaginable. His fucking legs, his shoulders. Yeah, it's just what's it called, but I just don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just he's gone from coach to coach.
Yeah, I've heard that he doesn't listen sometimes. I don't know. I mean, we all hear things, but I don't know. I just think that he is in a sport that he's too big. I think he's too big. He doesn't fit in the lineup. Like you look at him by himself, he's massive. I saw him with the Arnold 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean the Olympia.
Okay.
He's a big dude.
Yeah.
He's big and wide.
Yeah.
But put him next to other people that are comparatively, like say like Kukla or Leonardowitz, he kind of blends in a little bit. Like you can see he's bigger.
Yeah.
It doesn't stand out so much. You're just going like, wow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? By himself, whoa, he's big. Or next to Dexter,
Yeah.
he's huge. But Dexter beat him.
Yeah, but comparing the Blade to him is like I said. The definition of mass monster would be Big Ramy right off top. The Blade is chisels and aesthetic for the open. But it's just like talking about Big Ramy when you got to speak about Rolly Winkler when you see both of them together. I've never seen them personally. I've only seen them through photos and videos and stuff like that. But it's just like when you see that freak-ish size, you know what I'm saying? It's just so fucking crazy that. The thing too is Rolly Winkler's more aesthetic than Ramy. He's got more of the lines and figures. He's just not this. I almost want to say Coke bottle shape that Ramy is. But I don't know. Like I said, it's just there's so many options going on for the Arnold. I just can't wait to watch.
Yeah, and I think Ramy has a good structure. I think he has a good physique. He's got a lot of muscle, and I've seen him come in where I know a lot of guys are just ripping on him saying he's not lean enough, and there's been a couple times I've seen him where he looked pretty damn hard.
Yeah.
But there's something about being too big that doesn't flow.
That's true.
I think the judges now look at the flow. Like, you put him next to Phil's going to crush him.
Oh, yeah. No.
Phil has a totally different look than him.
Yeah, no, it's just so amazing.
Yeah, but guys I like are Kuklo, Leonardowitz, Cedric.
I like Cedric's shape. Cedric's shape is more traditional than anything else, and I love it.
He's in good shape.
Yeah.
I don't think he cares.
Yeah.
He's always said, I don't care what I place. All right, that's fine. So let's count him out then.
Yeah.
That's what he says. No offense, but I think Sergio, I think Lenardowitz, Kuklo, Dexter, Bodak, Lionel Bayeki, he's kind of iffy.
Well, you know, they had a lot of. I seen a couple of store articles about Lionel Bayeki being the dark horse in this Arnold coming up, because he said that he's changed up an awful lot of things, and he's planning on coming in swinging hard.
Yes, but that all depends on Dave when you get there. I mean, everyone can talk a lot.
That's so true.
I saw Juan Morel before the Olympia, and he took a picture on Instagram. I'm like, damn. I said, well, can you replicate that the next week?
For real.
And he filled up soft. And I said, dude, what happened? You know, I tried something different. I said, I don't know. He actually just corresponded with me.
Yeah.
I said, at that level, why would you try anything different?
You know what though? That's the most craziest thing is like when you hear people changing things up. I'm changing my coach mid prep. I'm like, why? Why are you doing something that's gonna fucking wait till after?
It's like bad hair day with Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bears,
Yeah.
And Dickey called that play,
Yeah.
and he changed it in the huddle. And he's like, why would you do that? They lost. They took him out of the playoffs.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, bad hair day. I'm like, oh my god. You see that the Ditka?
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So I think it's going to be very exciting, Arnold, because these are a lot of new guys.
Yeah.
You know, Dex's been there, Boniak, Max Charles is kind of, you know, he's in the hunt.
Yeah.
Johnny Jackson, I don't see him doing
No.
anything. Sorry.
Yeah, it goes like that. I respect it. It's an honest opinion right there.
Another dark horse would be Victor Martinez.
Well, you know, Victor Martinez, man, that boy's got a you know, it just he just seems exactly. He's got a great physique. I just wish something needs to line the stars up for him, and it would go so much more further for him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, all his dramas in the past.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. All this stuff that haunts him. You know what I'm saying? It's just like he's got such a figure on him. I love it.
I think he'll do well.
Yeah.
And Rowley, I think Rowley's out.
I think he is too. Because didn't he have surgery or something?
He had something happen right. He pulled a hamstring before the Olympia.
Yeah.
I think Yash is going to compete.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
That changes kind of thing because he's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Some structure issues to what I can see, but I mean, and Patrick Moore. Patrick Moore's like the fan favorite.
Like I said, I can't wait for the arm. I'm like itching away. Like me and my wife have always been talking about. I want to go to the Olympia. I want to go to the Arnold. These are things I want to go to the Expo. I want to watch the shows. I've never had an opportunity to do it. You know.
Sure you do. You have tons of them. You know what you should do? Buy a ticket like for the Olympia now.
Yeah.
And then force yourself to make plans. And go, okay, I bought my tickets, and then when June comes, okay, I can figure out how to get there.
Exactly.
Buy a flight sooner or drive. I mean,
Yeah.
I drove from San Diego to Vegas. It's not that bad.
Oh yeah, no. It's same thing for where I'm at. Is, you know what I'm saying? It's like a maybe less than 12-hour drive from where I'm at.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
But
you know, Patrick Moore could be a dark horse too because he's got a good physique.
oh no, he does. He does.
But I watch so as a posing coach too, I watch some of these guys pose, and I'm looking, going, "You're hiding your physique." Like Juan Morel hides the width of physique.
Oh, yeah.
Does not.
Well, see, you know, it's so weird. Just because, like, I remember posing being so fluid. You know what I'm saying? Like when you speak about Kai Green, you know, he's very fluid. He's got the technique. But the thing is a lot of times it feels so frigid now. You know what I'm saying? Because look, I know these people got these muscle size, and it's hard to move the way you should move, especially when you're dry and tight and you're all dehydrated. But I always felt like it needs to be a little more emphasis on, you know, the transitions. You know what I'm saying? The transitions sometimes seem so like robotic, and I'm just like, come on, guys, a little more.
They're not graded on that anymore.
I know, but I always feel like that should be there. I know they need to hold the muscle pose. I know they need to, but the transition should be so much better. You know, I can understand when they do the lineup and they ask you to transition there, but when you're doing your routine, I always feel it needs to be a little bit more, you know, just a little bit more presence to it.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You know?
Yeah.
I think the sport's still growing. I hear people say it's dying out.
No, man, it's huge and gigantic. Yeah, I love this sport.
It's different. It's
Yeah.
just different. Yeah, it's a different era.
Nah, it goes like
I'm
that.
looking forward to it.
All right. Oh, now that we're also speaking on the Arnold, are you watching any of the strongman competitions and preparing for? Because you know the Arnold has all these different competitions going on at the exact same time.
I don't. You know, I just don't have. I only have so much time to focus on so many things.
Yeah.
Right. So I try to pick like my day trading. That's like my full time job. Right.
Yeah.
Now. Learning and doing it. So it's a full time
Yeah.
for me. Because I want it to be that way.
Yeah.
want it to be that way, so I'm an expert at it. So when someone asks me how do you do it,
Yeah.
I'm like, first of all, don't ask, but
Yeah.
because I won't tell you everything.
Yeah.
But you got to go through a system and learn it.
Oh yeah, no, and that's the truth though too. And
my girlfriend's busy. I'm busy doing my stuff. I got a job. I try to work out still 5 days a week. A couple of my buddies they work at 9 o'clock Monday through Friday. They're always hitting me up. Can you come in? I'm like, I can't. I got to be on the phone.
Yeah.
In a meeting. Like, I just can't be everywhere.
Yeah.
So I like strongman stuff. I just don't watch it. I've never been I'm amazed. I saw a guy do 1,103 pounds deadlift on a video a couple weeks ago.
Oh yeah, it sounds like the Thor, the mountain. You know what I'm saying? Because he just set the record for it at the Arnold last year.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like I said, and they're talking about the deadlift bar because they changed it. They went from an elephant bar to a different bar that was designed specifically for this match. And so, like I said, I follow the aspects because I love strongman. When I originally first started working out, I was more headed towards that way because of my size and my strength. I've always been freakishly strong and freakishly large. There's no reason for my body to be the shape it was growing up. But so I kind of always headed towards it. But once I fell into the bodybuilding program, I was like, I like this way fucking more. I love the pump. I love the look. I love. And it's just so much different levels of training. But, like I said, I follow here and there because I just love to see ridiculous acts of strength. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm waiting to see what's going to happen. I'm rooting for Brian Shaw. Brian Shaw's one of my favorite strongmans. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, good luck to him. And then now let's kind of jump off from there. With your day trading and what you're doing now, let me tell you something right now. Like, the only thing I even know about day trading, because I didn't really hear it, was from Rich Piana. Because Rich Piana was the one who did day trading, and he would talk about doing it and like making money and all that stuff. And then now I hear you doing it, and it really sparks my interest on the day trading and the amount of money that can be made. But it's just like I said, these are things that are out of my realm. I have no idea about any of that stuff. And could you just give a brief description of the day trading?
Yeah, so there's multiple ways to day trade, right? Some people, example, I had someone in the past tell me their father, he's like, oh, yeah, he's an older guy. He's like, yeah, I do day trading all the time. I'm like, well, maybe you can show me how to do it.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, yeah, I get the newspaper. I'm like, it's not day trading.
Yeah.
But you can day trade almost anything from options trading, swing trading. Swing trading would be something like I take a bid on a small company with a large cap or small cap, like $3 million or less, that is projected to, do okay in the next couple months. And I might get in that market for maybe like 3-4 days, put a trade in, and you follow the trends. The key is the trend is your friend until it ends.
Yeah.
So let's say that the market it's here, right? Can you see my hand right here?
Yeah.
If your market's here, and it's going to one of two things. It's going to go up, or it's going to go down, go up or down, or it kind of goes sideways up and down.
Yeah.
And you don't know what direction it's going to go until you find out, like, if there's news, like with Trump with the impeachment thing. Do you notice the market spiked like crazy?
Yeah.
People wait and hold their money and go, okay, is it going to be good or bad news? If it's good news, the market's probably going to go up.
Yeah.
So when it spiked, a lot of people probably got in right before that.
Yeah.
And the spike, they pulled out millions of dollars probably.
Yeah.
Like hedge funds guys. So you could trade the market different ways. I prefer to do Forex because with the stock market, and you bet on a business, what if the business goes out of business?
Yeah.
Now your stock's worth nothing.
Yeah.
It's happened throughout time. Is it unlikely? Yeah, it's unlikely. You pick good stocks like Apple, Facebook, Best Buy, Bezos, with Amazon.
Yeah.
But they're hard to get in those big companies. On the Forex market was exchanged between, say, the euro and the U.S. dollar.
Yeah.
Or the Swiss franc and the Japanese yen. Or the euro against the Canadian dollar.
Yeah.
So these countries rely on their currencies to stabilize their economics, so to speak, right? I'm an amateur speaking, so just be
yeah, yeah.
But I think I explained it pretty well. Let's say that the Canadians, they have a certain amount they want to keep the value of their dollar.
Yeah.
Right? Remember how the dollar for us went down?
Yeah.
Over time, and the euro went up like 120. Now the euro's down to like 94 cents per dollar for us.
Yeah.
So now our value's gone up. And if you're trading with the U.S. dollar, it tends to be the trend is better than going against, say, like the Chinese or Japanese yen, because the things in China with the coronavirus and shipping, like Apple right now and big companies have to ship their products.
Yeah.
They're kind of stuck.
Yeah.
Who's going to pay for it?
That's
China's not going to go, we'll cut you a bill for $2 million. No, sorry, we can't ship some of this stuff because we're stuck.
Yeah.
So as far as the market goes, if it goes up in the state, it might start going up like this, then down, then up. But the trend shows a line like this, say, over the next, say, over the past week. It's been going up, 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 up.
Yeah.
There's a good chance it's going to stay that way if news is good.
Okay.
There's also things behind the scenes, say, like the London market or the Asian market or the American market. They go in different time zones.
Yeah.
So there's dead zones and there's active zones. There's trading days and there's trending days. So it's not just like put your money in the euro because it's only, on a forex you're betting on lots. So one lot would be 10 cents.
Okay.
So you're already betting like a tenth. I think it's like a 1/1000th of a penny you're betting online. Where the stock market is dollar per dollar.
Yeah.
Right. So if you put in $100 and the stock goes down $100, you just lost $200.
Damn.
Sorry. Whereas the forex, you could do micro lots, you could do mini lots, you could do a standard lot. So you're doing 10 cents per dollar, $1 per dollar, or $10 per dollar.
Okay.
So if I put in $10, and say I go from the euro to the U.S., and it goes from 1.9552 to up maybe 200. They call it a pip.
Okay.
Each point is a pip.
Yeah.
If these pip up say $50, and I'm putting in 10, well, I just made $500.
Wow.
That could change in 5 minutes. That could change in 2 hours. That could change in a couple days. But you don't know unless you follow the trends.
Yeah.
There's patterns. Have you heard like the Fibonacci's? Heard of Fibonacci's?
No, I've never heard of it, but
You gotta look it up. So
yeah,
Fibonacci's
I'm definitely.
They're everywhere in life. I didn't know this.
Okay.
It's like it looks like a Nautilus seashell.
Okay.
This guy Fibonacci created this whole thing where it's like 1 + 2 is 3, 3 + 5 is 8, 8 + something is something. It goes on to infinity. So, but the Fibonacci's exist in everything we do.
Yeah.
So there's like a pulse to the market.
Okay.
And if you figure out the pulse and the direction it's going to go, you can master it. The other part is you can go 7 trades in a row and lose 7 out of 10 times.
Damn.
But still be profitable.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
Let's say you had an example would be you do say a $10 trade for 10 trades.
Yeah.
And 7 out of 10 you lose. You do a stop loss. So you think that the market's going to go up 50 points and it drops 10. Put a stop loss in to protect yourself. That 10, you lost $10. Okay, on to the next trade.
Yeah.
If you bet 7 times in a row and lost $70, the next 3 trades, if you bid 10 but they went up 20 points each or 50 points each, say 50 points, you just made $150. Even though you lost 70 out of 7 trades, but 3 made 150, you're profiting.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah, no, it makes sense now that you explain the way. It's just so crazy just to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's just there's so much to it, man, and it's so crazy.
I saw these charts. I mean, I watch these guys online late night, 2 in the morning, and they're doing these charts, and I'm chatting, going, "How do you make sense of that chart?"
Yeah.
There's just lines. There's dotted lines. They have figures and all this. I'm like, how do you like? I'm a beginner, so
Yeah.
I'm like, how do you figure that out? Don't overcomplicate it. I'm like,
Yeah.
You track that stock back to 2013, and you're telling me don't
Overcomplicate it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still trying to gaze at what you're saying. You know what I'm saying?
It's a little bit too much.
That's it.
But you can dummy it down and do like you can do a trade real fast for like 5 minutes. You can get in the market, click a trade, and say, okay, it went up 10 pips. You can go, I stop.
Yeah, there you go.
10.
Yeah.
You can if you want.
Yeah.
You'll sit there all day like blah 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 blah, and it's not worth your time.
That's crazy.
I've got a stock right now that let me see on here. It is been going on since the 10th. It's been sitting around. I think I'm up like $70. It's now 78.
That's cool.
It's been kind of going 72, 75, 78,
Yeah.
but it's not showing any sign of going up.
Yeah.
So I'm not on the sell going down, and if it continues to go down, I'll keep making more money.
Okay.
Right?
That's so crazy.
I hope that explains everything.
No, it does. You know what I'm saying? It actually piques my interest a little bit more to looking into it because, like I said, it's something that, like I said, I've only heard here and there in passing and people talking about it. But, it makes me almost want to look it up a little bit more to where maybe I can figure something out. Because, like I said, it's just, what you're doing, the entrepreneurship of being your own boss and setting your dates and this is what I do and this is when I'm going to do it. It's just so crazy. But, and like I said, I appreciate you coming on the podcast. I appreciate all your time and just the back and forth and the stories I love. I'm definitely going to want you on again. So we're definitely going to have to schedule something so we can get something going. And like I said, for people to find you, let them know where they can find you. And then I'm also going to put all the information in the notes in the bottom.
All right, cool. So if you want to find me for coaching or if you just have general questions, I'll always answer questions. You can either call me by phone at 916-850-9513 or my email is CoachKenX, as X marks the spot, at Gmail. I am on Instagram as CoachKenX. Other than that, I don't use any other platforms to find people. I try to keep a low profile. Facebook pages, I don't really do much on there at all.
Well, I'll tell you something right now. I'll put all the information in this body. Yeah, through the Instagram. I'll put all your information in there. Let you guys know if you guys want to check this man out. You need some help. You're trying to get these gains. You want to learn a little bit of day trading, or at least in the direction you need to go. Hit this man up. Like I said, this is the Angry Dad. Listen to Angry Dad Podcast. You can find me IGTV, YouTube. You want to listen to me? Spreaker, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, SoundCloud, Deezer, Chaser, wherever it is. Easy as that. Also, make sure you check out my sponsors. Blackstone Labs, 20% off your entire order. Discount code be the fourth power at checkout. Also, too, C&H Concrete serving the San Francisco Bay Area. I appreciate you guys listening. I appreciate you, Coach Ken, for coming on and just having this beautiful talk with me. I thank you. And like I said, we're definitely going to get you on again. And, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'll catch you motherfuckers on the next one. Fuck.